Sunjin sat quietly by Minsu's side, doing his best to comfort her. He could see the pain etched clearly across her face. She was in agony. When he gently asked how she was feeling, she didn't respond with words. Instead, she looked at him with tear-filled eyes. That look alone was enough. He already knew the answer. He softly reassured her that it would all be over soon, encouraging her to hold on just a little longer. Moments later, the midwife entered the room and informed them that another medical assessment would be done, followed by the administration of painkillers. She politely asked Sunjin to step outside, and he quietly obliged, leaving the room with a heavy heart. Hours passed. The quiet hallway was filled only with the soft echoes of distant footsteps and the low hum of hospital machines. The chief doctor walked down the corridor, only to spot Sunjin fast asleep on a bench. Concerned by the sight, the doctor approached and gently woke him. He could see the exhaustion written all over Sunjin's face. His eyes were heavy, his shoulders slumped with fatigue. The doctor advised him to go home and rest, noting how clear it was that Sunjin had reached his limit. But Sunjin, determined and weary, rose to his feet and insisted he couldn't leave. Not while his wife was still unwell. He expressed his willingness to wait, no matter how long it took. Moved by his devotion, the doctor stepped closer and commended him for being such a caring husband. He reminded Sunjin that while it was natural to worry about Minsu, it was equally important to care for himself. Without rest and nourishment, he wouldn't be able to support her the way he wanted to. He assured Sunjin that Minsu was in capable hands and emphasized the importance of him taking a moment to refresh, get some food, shower, and rest, even if just for a short while. Sunjin hesitated, trying to protest, but before he could speak further, the doctor gently cut him off. He made it clear that he wouldn't accept any excuses. Taking Sunjin by the hand, the doctor promised to personally ensure he got into his car and made his way home safely. Without letting go, the doctor walked him out of the hospital, still holding his hand, determined to look after the man who had so selflessly stayed by his wife's side. Meanwhile, Sunjin's mother sat quietly on her bed, her hands gently resting on the baby clothes she had lovingly bought for her grandchild. Her eyes lingered on each tiny piece, her mind heavy with worry. Her husband entered the room and immediately noticed how distressed and lost in thought she appeared. Without a word, he walked over and sat beside her, observing her with concern. As he sat beside her, she finally spoke, revealing the depth of her worry about their grandchild. She explained that Minsu was experiencing complications during childbirth. Gripping his hand tightly, her eyes filled with fear as she asked what would happen if something went wrong. What if they lost the baby or even Minsu? Her husband responded gently, trying to comfort her. He reassured her that nothing bad was going to happen and reminded her of the doctor's promises that everything would be okay. He encouraged her to try and take it easy, to place her trust in the medical team, but she continued, her voice heavy with emotion. She reminded him of their son's death and said she couldn't bear the thought of losing their grandchild, too. Holding the tiny baby clothes close to her chest, she confessed that she had placed all her hope in this child. She said she longed to feel joy again, the same joy she once felt when she held her late son in her arms, nurturing him and watching him grow. Her husband watched her silently, concern deepening in his eyes. He realized with a sinking heart that Sunjin had perhaps been right all along. His wife was slowly slipping back into the dark place she had once been trapped in after their son's death. He took her hand gently and asked her to look at him. When their eyes met, he reminded her that this baby belonged to Sunjin and Minsu. While they would of course help and support the new parents, it was not their place to raise the child. He acknowledged that the pain of losing their first son still lingered, but it was not right to try to relive that lost life through another child. However, Sunjin's mother suddenly stood up, her expression filled with conviction. She told him about a dream she had, one in which their late son, Taemin, had been reborn. She insisted that from the moment Minsu announced her pregnancy, she knew it was him. She believed they were being given another chance to hold and raise their son once more. This time, her husband sat there in stunned silence. Her words hit him like a wave. For the first time, he admitted to himself that she was losing her grip on reality again. He had thought they had both come to terms with the death of their son, but it was clear that the loss still haunted her deeply.